Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Jay Hollingshed. I help athletes win more competitions and consistently produce better stats. I help entrepreneurs become more productive and consistently earn more profit. I am empowering minds from the locker room to the boardroom. Your high performance mindset coach, Jay Hollingshed. Thank you so much for coming back. This is episode number 64 of 365. This is my 7 pillars of mental performance in 365 days. And I got a couple of people tuning in already. My brother, AJ, I appreciate you. And my wife, Lisa, as usual, thank you so much. Today is Saturday. No, today is Sunday. Yesterday was Saturday. I'm not aware of that, but I need to be. Speaking of aware, today's topic is awareness and mindfulness. Today is Sunday, day 1 of the week, in which we discuss pillar number 1, which is awareness and mindfulness. Now, before I get into that, let me get my thank yous out the way. Thank you for everyone who is tuning in right now, live, including Lorraine's Wright, Shirley Moore Boylan. I appreciate you all for watching. And all of those that will be watching, or if you are watching now on repeat, if you're watching the repeat, thank you so much. This is episode 64. So if you want to catch episodes 1 through 63, they are already on my YouTube channel. Please like, subscribe, and share to my YouTube channel. You can also catch this video in its entirety on my YouTube channel as well. Now, I have a lot I want to get out the way today. It's going to be hard to crunch all of this in the amount of time that I have. So for this particular episode, I will be posting the link for where I'm getting my information from for this episode. I will post the link in the comments below when I do post this on the various social media sites that I have. Also, Steve Perry, thank you for watching. Rhonda Payne, thank you. All my good people watching, I appreciate you all. Now let's get into the meat of the situation. Here we go, awareness and mindfulness. As I stated earlier in my broadcast a couple of hours ago, I will be discussing the 6 levels of consciousness. 6 levels of consciousness. Now, this article is coming from a magazine called Conscious Lifestyle Magazine. Conscious Lifestyle Magazine, and this article is written by Mary O'Malley. I think I pronounced it right, Mary O'Malley. And there's a lot in each one of these 6 different levels, but I'm going to touch on only the key points. So you can go and to the link of the article that I will be posting and get more of the meat of the discussion. Now, those 6 levels of consciousness, according to Mary O'Malley, she explains that the 6 levels of higher consciousness and the shifts in perception, awareness, and behavior that a person must take in order to get to each stage. That's what the article is discussing. So the first level is life happens to you. The first level is life happens to you. The second level, life happens by you. Level number 3, life happens in you. Level number 4, life happens for you. Level number 5, life happens through you. And level number 6, life is you. Let's touch on these points. Now, our life is a journey from unconsciousness, which is being unaware, to higher consciousness, which is being highly aware. And practicing mindfulness or a mindful meditation is our escort to getting to that next level or that higher level of consciousness. In fact, a mindful meditation practice will escort us from level 1 all the way through to level 6 of our higher levels of consciousness. Choice Gilbert, thank you, ma'am, for watching. I truly appreciate you. And level number 1, life happens to you. Now, for a good deal of our lives, we probably have seen situations or have been in circumstances to where when things happen, we start feeling like life is happening to us. Why is this happening to me? We all have been at that point or may still be at that point. Why is this happening to me? This always happens to me. Why? And then we go into thinking or placing ourselves in position to be the victim of life or a victim to life. Now, This leads us to a mindset of seeing life as a possible threat. And when we see life as a possible threat, we get all caught up in our feelings and caught up in our emotions. And when we're caught up in our emotions, we ignorantly react to life instead of intelligently responding to life. And when we're at that point, we feel powerless and we have no control, especially over ourselves in the situation. That's level of consciousness number one. Now, the second level of consciousness, life happens by you. Life happens by you. Now, in that level, we grow uncomfortable with feeling powerless. We're tired of feeling like that. It's happening so much that we're tired of feeling powerless. And we enter a mindset where we grow into a position of, I think I can control my reality. We start thinking we are in control of our reality. And in this form of control, we say that all we have to do is think positive. And then once we think positive or think the right thoughts, we can take control of our life and make it what we want it to be. So in that second level of consciousness, we grow from the first level. We're growing uncomfortable with feeling powerless. And then we grow into an area to where we think we control our reality. We want to think all the right thoughts. And by thinking the right thoughts, we think we are controlling our reality and placing ourselves where we want to be in life. Now, Jay Baker, thank you so much for watching, my brother. I appreciate you. Level 3. The third level of consciousness, life happens in you. Life happens in you. Now, this is where we begin to live that part of life called U-turn or the U-turn. In this position, we are less interested in being a victim of life, and we're not really interested in trying to make life any different than what it is. But what we do realize is that the healing of the pain that we're going through, the healing we long for, comes from within, turning our attention from outside and everything that's affecting us, turning our attention to inside, where we actually are in touch with ourselves and see how we are affected or being affected. Now, let's go to level 4. The fourth level of higher consciousness, life happens for you. Life happens for you. The more we become curious about what is happening rather than reacting and rather than controlling, the more we come to the realization that life is for us. And when we come to the realization that life is for us, we understand that life is not a random series of events. Life is actually a storyline that is highly intelligent and that is unfolding. And we are slowly realizing we are the story that is unfolding. We are the life that is unfolding. That is the fourth level of higher consciousness. Life happens for you. Now, moving along to level number 5. The fifth level of higher consciousness, life happens through you. Life is happening through you when we recognize that life is trustable. We can trust life. In the first level, we weren't trusting life because we were saying life is happening to us. Why is this happening to me? Why does this keep happening to me? Now, in this level, it's different. Life is trustable. Life is not always likable, but we know what life is doing. We're imagine a life where you trust life implicitly. Imagine trusting life as it unfolds without question. Rather than struggling with life, you open up and stop resisting. You open yourself up to life and accept what is coming. Accept the life that is unfolding, events as they evolve. And as you are a part of this evolving event or any evolving event taking place in your life. Even when we're facing deep challenges, we are opening up ourselves to accept the challenges as they are. Now, we experience a deep gratitude for absolutely everything during this fifth phase of life, or this fifth phase of higher consciousness. Now, Moving on to the sixth and final level of consciousness, which is the sixth level of higher consciousness. Life is you. Life is you. In this level, we compare ourselves to the first level. In level 1, our understanding was that we are separate from life. We are not a part of life because life was always happening to us. In that first level, in this level, we are no longer a separate being. Instead, we merge completely back to the creative flow of life because we have a deeper understanding of life, having passed through 5 levels of higher consciousness to arrive at the 6th level of higher consciousness. Now we arrive and we are completely back into the flow, the creative flow of life, understanding that life flows to and through us to become and evolve as the life we are living. Now, we are just as much a part of life as a drop of water is a part of the ocean, if that kind of helps you tie things together. You can say you're on a boat and you have a jar of water. You're in the ocean, or you have an empty jar rather, not a jar of water. You have an empty jar. You dip it into the ocean and you pull it up. What do you have? You have the ocean in your hand. It's not separate from, it's only separate because it's actually not connected with the big part of the ocean. But if you break down the molecular structure of it, the components of it, what makes it what it is, you will find the exact same thing that's in the ocean because it is the ocean. It is part of the ocean. That's our relation to life. Once we go through the 6 levels of consciousness, we realize that we are just as much a part of life, or just as much a part of the supreme consciousness as a drop of water is to the ocean. It is the same. The only difference is in smaller proportions. Now, wow, I went through that pretty fast, faster than I thought I would. So let's relate this back to where we are in our lives. We're at a point in our lives to where some of us may be at level 1, to where we are still resisting. We are fighting life because we think life is happening to us. If we want to get to that point to where we realize we are a part of life, and when you are a part of life, you receive all the benefits that belong to life because life is you. You're not resisting. When you resist areas of life, you're resisting everything, all the blessings, all the benefits that come to you at the stage of life where you are. So that includes you at your workplace, you at your job as an athlete, or wherever you are. If you have that athletic life or that corporate life that you are resisting all the things that the situations that are happening, you say they're happening to you instead of happening for you. You want to get past that level to higher levels. Reach out to me at speaktoj.com. I can help you start a mindfulness practice that evolves your awareness, your level of awareness to a point to where you can actually experience those 6 levels of consciousness. A mindful meditation practice, as I said in the earlier portion, a mindful meditation practice is your escort to going through the 6 levels of consciousness. Marcelo Okiki, thank you for watching. I appreciate you. Thank you for checking in. Your 6 levels of consciousness is a journey, and a mindful meditation practice will escort you through your journey. I can start you on that mindful meditation practice. In fact, if you go to my website, jhollingshed.com, I have 2 free meditations on there that you can access. Just look at the tab, free meditations. Those are mindful meditations. They're directed toward athletes and entrepreneurs. If you are having issues and you want to go through a meditation to bring you away from blaming life and being a victim of life to being a part of life and allowing life to flow to and through you, go to my website, jhollingshed.com, and access the free meditations. If you want to speak to me about starting a mindful meditation practice where I can be your accountability partner for that from a coaching standpoint, go to speaktojay.com, speaktojay.com, and I would definitely talk to you about that and see where we can go and get you to where you want to be. Again, this is episode 64 of 365. Thank you for tuning in for my 7 pillars of mental performance in 365 days. I truly appreciate everyone for watching. Be well, stay blessed, and through love, be a blessing. God bless.